You know, if you're over 50 and you started to worry even a little bit about your memory, then you're in exactly the right place. We're going to break down a really simple routine that can make a huge difference in how sharp you feel starting like tomorrow. Okay, let's dive right in.
So, have you ever been right in the middle of a great story? You're telling a friend something, and the perfect word, it's right there, on the tip of your tongue, and then poof, it's just gone. You kind of laugh it off and say, oh, you know what I mean? But inside, there's that little voice asking, wait, what's going on with me?
All right, let's just start with the most important thing you need to hear right now. You are not broken, and you are not losing your mind. That feeling you get, it's super common, but it is not a sign that something is fundamentally wrong. There's an explanation, and you know what? More importantly, there's a solution.
And this all leads to that big question, right? The one that can cause a ton of anxiety. It's this fear that so many of us share, usually in silence, just wondering if those little memory slips are the beginning of something bigger.
And these things are just so universal, aren't they? Forgetting the name of someone you literally just met. Losing that word mid-sentence. Or, my personal favorites, walking into the kitchen with total purpose and then just standing there, having absolutely no clue why you went in. These are the classic moments that get us worried. So what do we usually hear? From our friends, our family, sometimes even our doctors? We're told, oh, don't worry about it. That's just a normal part of getting older. It happens to everyone. We've basically been taught to believe that our minds are just destined to decline with every birthday. But what if that's not the whole story? What if that common belief is just wrong? This is the core idea we're going to talk about today. We're going to totally challenge that assumption and look at the real reason your mind might be feeling a little foggy.
So here it is. This is the crucial point. The myth is that time is the enemy of your brain. But the truth? The truth is so much more empowering. Your brain doesn't get foggy because of time. It gets foggy because of your habits. It's not your age that's the main problem. It's the small, quiet things you do every single day.
And that is fantastic news, seriously. Because you can't stop time, nobody can. But you can absolutely change your habits. This simple shift in thinking moves you from being a passenger to being the pilot of your own mind. You are in control.
Okay, so if habits are the key, where in the world do we start? Well, the answer is the morning. Those first 10 to 15 minutes right after you wake up are honestly the most powerful minutes of your entire day for setting your brain up to win.
And here's why that is. When you first wake up, your brain is in what scientists call the alpha wave state. Just think of it like a bridge between being sound asleep and being wide awake. In this state, your mind is incredibly calm, it's open, and it's super suggestible. It's basically primed to learn and soak things up.
I absolutely love this analogy because it makes it so clear. Imagine your brain in that alpha state is like a perfectly dry sponge. Whatever you pour on it first, it's just going to soak it up instantly and deeply. So the real question is, what are you pouring in?
For most of us, let's be honest, the first thing we reach for is our phone. And what do we pour in? A big dose of stress, scary news headlines, social media anxiety, and just a flood of notifications. Your brain gets immediately yanked out of that calm state and jumps right into what you could call defensive mode, just reacting to everyone else's emergencies for the rest of the day.
So how do we pour something better into that sponge? Well, we use a simple 10-minute routine. This is the practical, actionable heart of what we're talking about. Just 3 steps to start your day with calm, focus, and a little bit of intention.
Here they are. That's the whole shebang. 5 deep breaths, do one thing a little differently, and write one single sentence. I know, it sounds almost too simple to work, but the real power is in the science behind each one of these tiny steps. So let's break them down. Step 1. It all starts with this number, 5. Before you even think about touching your phone, before you do anything else, you just sit up, maybe close your eyes, and take 5 slow, deep breaths. In through your nose, and out through your mouth. So why does this one little thing matter so much? Well, because deep breathing floods your brain with oxygen, and oxygen is, without a doubt, memory's best friend. Most of us just go through the day with this shallow stress breathing, kind of starving our brains of fuel. 5 deep breaths flips that switch and starts your day in a calm, focused state instead of a stressed out, reactive one.
All right, now for step 2. This is so fascinating. Your brain craves new experiences. It loves novelty. When we live on autopilot, doing the same things in the same order every day, our brain just kind of stops paying attention. It stops building new connections. And here's the key.
Memory lives in those connections. So, how do we wake the brain up? With tiny, simple acts of novelty. This doesn't have to be some big, life-changing thing. It can be as simple as brushing your teeth with your other hand. That small, slightly awkward change forces your brain right off autopilot. It creates new pathways and strengthens those vital connections for your memory. And finally, step 3, write one sentence. And do it by hand, with a real pen on real paper. Why? Because the physical act of handwriting is like a triple threat for your brain. Look at this. It engages your memory, your emotions, and your attention, all at the exact same time. It's like a gentle warm-up stretch for your mind.
Now, a lot of people think you need to be doing these complex brain puzzles or buying expensive supplements to stay sharp. But that brings us to the real secret here, and it's a total game changer for how we think about mental fitness.
The key is right here. Think about it like going to the gym. An intense, crazy workout once a month is never going to be as effective as a calm, 10-minute walk every single day. Your brain works the exact same way. Consistency will always beat intensity. This simple daily routine does way more for your memory over time than an hour of puzzles once a week.
So, with all that said, I want to leave you with a challenge, a simple experiment. Don't just take my word for it, try this for yourself. Let's just frame it as a simple, no-pressure, 7-day challenge.
Here is your plan for the next week. Every morning, before anything else, just follow these 3 steps. 5 breaths, 1 new, different action, 1 handwritten sentence. That's it. 10 minutes, maybe even less. Just focus on doing it every day. And at the end of the week, just notice how you feel. And I want to leave you with this one last thought. You are so not alone in this. Millions of people are feeling the exact same way. And to prove it, I'd love for you to share in the comments, what's the one thing you forget the most? Is it names? Is it words? Let's start a conversation about it, because this is a journey we can all take together. Start tomorrow. This really is just the beginning.